Hello and welcome to a great new workout. Today our theme is going to be sports-like movements. That's why I'm dressed the way I am, representing my favorite team. We are going to be doing various movements in both our strength and cardio exercises that mimic movements from different sports. Hopefully I will fit your favorite sport in some time today. So you will need to take a couple sets of weights, one moderate set of weights, and then just one of a heavier set so that you will be appropriately challenged throughout the workout today. All right, join me in our warm-up. We're starting with a nice strong march like we always do. Nice easy movement to begin with. First sport that we are going to be getting into is swimming, one of my favorites. We're going to be breaststroking forward, backstroking back. Here we go. Come toward me. Breaststroke, 3 more, 2, backstroke back. Opening up the chest and the shoulders. Breaststroke forward, nice and strong. Take it back. Good job. Picture yourself just gliding through that water. Take it back. I actually got to swim this morning. That's a rarity these days. Great way to exercise. Bring it back. Let's do that one more time, forward and back. Good, take it back. 4, 3. Baseball is next. We're going to pretend like we're hitting a ball. So just mimic that batter's action. We're going to do a few more this direction, and then we're going to pretend we're ambidextrous and hit some balls the other way. Here we go. So switch ways. Keep that core in nice and tight. Pivoting off that back foot. 4 more. 3. 2 more. Boxing is up next. Right arm punches up and down. Actually, it's your left, my right. We're doing some squats as we add these punches in. 4 more. 3, 2. We're going to face forward, alternate uppercuts. One arm, the other arm. Nice and strong. Showing off your guns right here. Getting into those biceps. Nice sharp movements. Couple more. 3. Get your right arm ready. Up and down. I'll get that right and left thing eventually. Nice. Don't forget the squats. We're trying to warm up upper and lower body thoroughly here. 4 more. 3, 2. Alternate uppercuts right here. So a nice bend in the knees. Nice engaged core. We've got 4 more seconds to be a boxer. And then we're going to try some basketball. Right foot forward, forward, then back, back. Good. Big steps forward and back. We're going to pretend now that we have a basketball in our right hand and we're dribbling it. So we drop a little bit closer to the floor so we can keep good control over that ball, yes? We got a few more. And in basketball, it's all about taking the shot, right? So let's try. As we come forward, we lift and shoot. Right there, rising up onto the balls of the feet, or maybe even jumping. Whatever feels best to you. Always listen to your body, right? All right, we're going to do the same thing, starting with the left foot. Forward, forward, back, back. All right, once again, we are ambidextrous athletes. We've got the ball in our left hand, and we're dribbling it with great control. Here we go for the shot. Forward jump. Nothing but net, right? Yep, we're getting that three-pointer every single time. 3 more. 2 more. Perfect. That's our warm-up. Hopefully you're feeling ready to go. We're going to start right in with some strength. So grab your moderate set of weights, and we will get into those arms and legs. You want to start back just a little bit because we're going to be doing forward lunges as we get going. We're going to alternate right foot forward, then left. Soft landing with the feet. That means you're using a lot of muscular control. The bigger the step, the more challenge it'll be for the legs. Good. We've got 4 more like this. Then we're going to hold that forward lunge a little longer so we can add a bicep curl. Here we go. Right foot. We step, curl, lower, left, step, curl, lower, back. So you want to make sure you take a big enough step forward that that knee does not go beyond the big toe. Step, curl, down, back. Working the biceps, working the legs and the glutes. What could be better? We're going to step back and hold, but keep curling just to finish up the arms a little bit. Remember, we started with legs, so we want to make sure the upper body gets the same amount of work. 2 more. All right, next up, side lunge, right, then left. So you're taking a big step out to the side, sinking those hips down, making those legs and glute muscles work to get you back up. We have 4 more alternating like this. Then once again, we're going to hold it longer and add side lifts. We squat down, lift, lower, back to center, left side down, lift, lower. So you're holding that squat as you're working your shoulders. Lots of multi-muscle exercises in our workout today, which is a great and efficient way to train. We have 4 more. Good. 3 more to go. We're going to do the same thing as we did the last exercise. After we finish 1 more, we're going to come center and do a few more side raises just to finish off those shoulders. Stand nice and tall. Keep your shoulders down away from the ears. 4 more. 3, 2. Work your way to the top of your area. We're going to be alternating step backs. Right foot, left foot. So we're doing lunges again, but this time we're reverse lunging. I'm going to change this a bit. I'm going to hinge forward as I step back. So chest comes closer to the ground, but notice the movement originates from the hips. I'm not slouching. I'm keeping that nice, proud, open chest. All right, we're going to hold the leg back, tricep kick back, back, in, out, step forward, step back, kick it, step forward, step back. Good, and forward. That's why we're hinging. So we're working against gravity in our tricep kickbacks. Keep those elbows in nice and close to the body. Try to fully straighten your arms every time to fully engage the triceps. We have 4 more. Keep that core nice and tight. Last 2 to go. And I bet you know it's coming at the end. Woo. Both feet together, hinge forward, and just polish off those triceps with a few more kickbacks. Draw that belly button to your spine. Keep that head in alignment with the rest of your spine. 2 more. Last 1. Carefully rise up. Now, none of those movements were particularly sports focused, right? So let's do one that is right here at the end of the set. And I'm going to call this a figure skater today, but it's really a one-legged deadlift, all right? You can use this with weights or not. It's all about strength and balance. So I'm going to kick one leg back, hinge from the hips as the weights drop down, then rise back up. So 2 counts down, 2 counts up. Now, if you're wobbling a lot, if you need to tap down, no worries. This one takes a bit of practice. So we'll do several more of these so we all get it, feeling the strength in the hamstrings and in our glutes, back side of the body, right? Picture those elegant figure skaters gliding across the ice. Maybe you don't feel too elegant right now, but we're working on it. Let's do 2 more. Down, down, up. Last 1. Great strength set. Set your weights out of the way. And we are on to some cardio. Lots of fun sports to play with this round. First one, we're going to step side to side. We'll start right here. And we're going to pretend like we're skiing. So grab a set of ski poles. Picture yourselves just gliding down the mountain. This is about the only skiing I do right here. I'm too much of a chicken to get on a real ski slope. Now you can keep this low impact like this, or a double-footed jump, right? So if you like impact, you're here. If you don't want to jump today, you're stepping side to side. Let's do 4 more. 3, don't forget this, you'll see it again. Next up, skaters. We can't do a sports-themed workout without including skaters. One of my favorite moves for any kind of workout. But instead of figure skating, now I want you to picture speed skating. So you are strong, you are fast, you are getting around that track as quickly as you can, maybe even jumping. Could you imagine doing this on real ice? I don't think I'd stay upright very long if I was doing that. We've got 4, 3, next, football drill, shuffle. Shuffle the other way. So you're staying low with your knees bent, and let's bring our hands forward. You see football players do this a lot in practice. It helps with their agility. It'll give us the same benefits as well. If you don't like to shuffle, step together instead. Speaking of football, my favorite football team right here, and I know I should be rooting for the Broncos since I live in Colorado, but I was born in Baltimore. My parents and grandparents were born and raised there, so that's my team. I try to stay loyal. We got a couple more. Are you ready to try skiing again? So remember, 2 different ways we can do it. Low impact or higher impact. You choose. 4 more. 3, 2, no break. Right into skater, side to side. Big and strong. Whether you are hopping or stepping, right? Give everything you've got. 4 more. 4, 3. Are you ready to shuffle football style? Other way. Are you staying low? I hope so. That's the best way to challenge your legs. 3 more. 2 more. And that'll be it for that cardio set. March in place or some other gentle movement just to catch your breath. Grab water at any time to stay hydrated. When you're feeling ready, we'll get into our second set of strength. Again, moderate set of weights. All right. Standing nice and tall. We're going to start with some side-to-side movement, so make sure you got some space on either side of you. We're going to step side and then the other way. So we're squatting laterally right here. Working into those legs before we add the arms. Nice. 2 more. We're going to add a side lift. So hold the squat, lift, lower, rise up, squat. So we've already done some squats and side raises. Yes? So getting into those exercises once again. Perfect. Step, lift. Nice work. And step. We've got 2 more, and then I'm going to change it a little bit just by hinging from my hips. So it looks like this. I step side, rise up, other leg. Lift, lower, rise up. Because I'm hinging from my hips, now I'm targeting more of the back of my shoulders as well as the muscles between my shoulder blades. So a lot of work going on the back side here. Lift, lower. The more of a bend you have in your elbows, the more you're challenging the muscles. So if you need a little break, bend your arms more. If you've got a lot of energy and strength left, straighten them out. Last one. We will rise up in the center, step toward the top of your mat, back to some reverse lunges. We'll add a little different arm movement with it this time. So step back right, then left. Good, don't be afraid to take a big step back, as long as those knees feel good today. All right, option one arm lift forward, one arm. Alternating the arms, just like we're alternating the legs. Bringing the weight about eye level. You don't need to be throwing it over your head or anything crazy. Option 2, both together. Now that's going to depend on how heavy your weight is. You've got real heavy weights, I recommend staying with one arm at a time. If you have lighter weights, you can do both together. And you can always go slower than the music here. 4, 3, 2. All right. One more strength exercise. This one fits in with our sports theme. It's going to be curtsy lunges, otherwise known as bowlers. One leg back, the other leg. So it's a diagonal lunge. Challenges our lower body in a whole new way. All right, got your bowling balls ready? We're going to send it forward. One arm, then the other arm. Notice it's more of a scoop than a bicep curl. Good. Can you get down a little lower? Another option, both arms. Now that doesn't look like bowling, right? We don't usually use 2 bowling balls, although that would help me maybe get more of those pins down. Whew. But they might kick me out of the bowling alley if I did it that way. 3 more. 2. Last one. Oh, getting sweaty. I hope you are too. Weights down, out of the way, so you have plenty of room to move in our next cardio set. Any of you like to play volleyball or run track? Those are the 2 sports that we are going to be imitating in this next set. Volleyball is going to look like this. Right arm catches the ball, we volley it over the net, alternating side to side. Now you can take a small step back, or you can take a big step back, right? See how you feel today. The bigger you can handle, the better. But of course, you want to keep it safe. You can lift if you don't want to jump. That's great for your calf muscles. If you want to jump, send that ball way over the net, go for it. 2 more. Last one. Who's ready to run? Maybe not after that volleyball, but we're going to try. Running man, right leg back and forth, back. Pump those arms strong. You can either tap that foot center or drive your knee, whichever feels more natural. I want you to hold it here and work hard. It will not be long before you start to feel it in your standing side. Whew, I think I did from the very first rep, but that's just me. We have 4, 3, more volleyball coming your way. Step back, lift or jump. Maybe we can get a little higher on our volley this set through. Maybe we can step back, bend the knees a little bit more. Whatever you need to do to get that heart pumping. 4 more. 3, 2. Awesome. Oh, you might realize we have another leg for the running man, right? We want to give it equal opportunity. Let's send the left leg back, right here. So you have a significant bend in the other leg, and you're working the arms. The arms can make quite a bit of difference when it comes to getting your heart rate up. So tap or drive your knee. Good. Don't be afraid to start losing your breath a little bit. As long as you can still say hello, you're doing all right. Last 4. 4, 3, 2. Perfect. March it out. Catch your breath. All right. So this next strength set is where you'll want your heavier weight. All right, so head for that. With a heavier weight, you might want to slow things down a little bit. I'm going to start by sending right leg back, left hand on the thigh for support, and I'm hinging forward. I'll turn sideways so you can see a little bit better. We're going to do a wide row, so elbow comes out to the side. We lift, we lower. Keep your head in line with the spine here. Hopefully your body's in a nice straight line from head to heel. As we work into our back, lift, lower. Nice job. Squeeze that right shoulder blade towards your spine. 2 more. Nice. Weight down, rise up carefully. Keep the weight where it is. And we're just going to do a plain old bicep curl. Up 1, down 3 counts. We take it up, down, down, down. Lift, up. Oh, it'd be so much easier to just lower it down in 1 count, right? But I know you guys don't like it easy. You come for the challenge. So here we are. We are lowering that weight with good control, really challenging the bicep by taking our time with that eccentric contraction. The muscle is lengthening. We have a couple more. Oh, we have a visitor. Hello, baby. 1 more. All right, good job. Switch the weight to the other hand. Once again, I'll just turn sideways, but you're stepping with your left leg back, solid lunge, right hand on your thigh, hinge forward, side out, lift and lower, lift. Everything is still and stable except that left arm, right? Torso's not moving around a lot. We're using a lot of stabilizing muscles here as we strengthen our back. Now, I was talking quite a bit on the other side, so I know we've got several more here to go. So hang tough. You can always come out of it if you need to. Not too many more. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Rise up. Both feet together. All right. Bicep curls on the left. We lift it up, down, 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 lift up. So I asked you to choose a heavier weight because biceps and back muscles are pretty darn strong. They need a little more resistance to really be challenged. But after you go through this workout a couple times, if you realize you need to adjust your weight a little lighter, a little heavier, by all means do. We've got 4 more sets. Very simple move. But I don't want you to let your mind wander. Focus on the muscle and perfect form. Last one. Ooh, it got heavier and heavier, huh? Woo. All right. Keep a hold of that weight on either end. Separate your feet nice and wide. Turn your legs out from the hips. We're into plie squats next. Here we go. Down, up, hitting the inner thighs along with our glutes. Shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to add a front raise. Lift, lift. Now I am working in opposition here. Upper body lifts as the lower body lowers. So harder this way than if we were working together. If I remember, the second time we do this exercise, I'll try to do it the other way so you can see the difference. Let's try 4 more. 4, 3, 2. All right. Now I know I've got some golfers out there. This next movement kind of imitates a golf swing. Very loose interpretation of that. So you're going to turn to face your side wall, and you're going to grab onto the weight with your inside hand, all right? Keep a soft bend in your knees. Other hand just kind of supports the first hand, and you're going to bring the weight toward me and down. So you're coming toward your screen. Notice that my back heel lifts as I twist, so I don't compromise my knee. This exercise, Obviously working some upper body, but we are getting a lot of core here as well. Anytime you rotate, you're using your core. So feel all those abdominal and back muscles really kick in here. All right, we've got a couple more sets. We're taking it nice and slow. All right, finish the one you're on. Face forward again. Back to that plie position. Wide stance, legs turned out, down and up. Oh, another set of these. But you knew it was coming, right? Because I told you we were going to have a second set. And this time I'm going to try to do the same movement with the upper body as the lower body, right? So arms and legs working together. Theoretically, this is easier, but it might not feel that way because those muscles are tired. It's challenging in and of itself, but you got a little momentum helping you here, right? Those legs are helping to power up the arms a bit. Nice. 4 more to go. 4 is our favorite number. 3, 2, last one. Down carefully, feet together. Face the other side wall. So the hand that's furthest away from the screen grabs onto that weight. Other hand supports. A little wider than hip distance stance. You're bringing the weight toward me. So towards your screen again. Picture golfers taking that full swing. Good. Don't forget to lift that back heel so you can rotate safely. Nice. Smooth movements. We're not whipping that weight up or letting it drop down. We've got control over it the entire time. Take those deep breaths. 4 more seconds. 3, 2. Finish the one you're on. Face forward. Oh, that was a good one to end with. Set that weight down. All right. Just a gentle march here. We're getting ready to go to the floor, so we want our heart rate to come down to a safe level. You never want to drop to the floor when your heart's really racing. Oh, you risk getting dizzy, right? So grab some water. If you don't have your mat out yet, this is a good time to get it a little more comfortable on the floor if you've got something underneath you. So take a second to get all that in place and hydrate. And then we'll finish up with some floor work. I believe there's just 3 or 4 movements. It'll come to me as I go through. All right, if you feel ready, we're just gonna sit down. If you don't feel ready, just pause until you do. All right, so first exercise is a V-sit, but we're gonna call this a rower today, right? So we are simulating that rowing movement. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders down and back. We lean back. We lift up and row. Back. Lift. Now these arms should look familiar because we did that wide row in our standing section. We just don't have any weights here. But now instead of focusing so much on the back, we're focusing on, well, the back, the low back, and the abs, right? So take it back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Sit tall and proud as you come up. And don't forget your breath. Exhale. Inhale. We have 4. 3. We're not doing a ton here because we've got a little bit more in this kind of movement, so we want to save some energy. All right. Little break before we move on. Straighten your legs and just forward fold. Just to ease out the back a little bit here. Take a deep breath or 2. Now, if you've come to my classes for a while, this next move will be familiar, and I'll bet it's one of your favorites. I used to call it the luge, but then we realized it was really more like a bobsled. So we are going to get into our bobsleds and we are going to work hard. Are you ready? So I want you to lean back about a third of the way. Hold. 2/3 of the way. Oh, feel that. We're going to come up just to that 1/3 position, so not all the way up. And here comes a turn. So we're going to roll onto our right hip or your left hip. Sit back a little more if you can. Hold and breathe. Come up to that 1/3 level. Straight ahead. Sink back 2/3. Come back up 1/3. We're going the other way. Roll onto the other hip. Can you sit back just a little bit? Oh, that's the hardest part right there. Come up 1/3. Right back to center. We're almost there. One more lean back. But this one we're going to hold for 4, 3. I know I'm being mean. 2 more. I hope you'll forgive me. Last one. Sit up. Oh, one more stretch. Wasn't that fun? You guys ready to sign up for the bobsled team? Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, enough of cold weather sports. I'm much more about summer sports. So a little more swimming coming up. So roll onto your stomachs next. And I know that back issues are a common thing. So if you are dealing with any back issues, you're going to keep your hands right by your chest and just lift and lower a tiny bit using your hands for a little support. Otherwise, follow me. We're going to be doing some breaststroke through the water. Arms forward. We sweep them back as we lift up. Bring them forward. Sweep back and lift. Lower. Sweep back. Good. Try to keep your glutes as relaxed as possible. Feel that lift coming primarily from your strong back. If you're not lifting up very high, no worries. Start where you can, and I promise with practice, it gets better. Just like with every other skill, right? We get stronger and better the more we practice. We have one more like this. Bring the arms forward, flutter, kick, and paddle, right? We're going through that water as fast as we can. Head in line with the spine for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo, we made it. We made it to shore. All right, hands by your chest. Push up. Tabletop position. So knees under the hips, hands right under the shoulders. Let's get some cat-cow stretches in before we move on to our last exercise. So inhale, drop belly button toward the floor. Tip your head and tailbone up. Exhale the other direction. So match the movement to the breath. Just to give us a little bit of a respite before we hit our last exercise. This is a good one too. Come to neutral. It's going to be bicycles. Perfect one to end with, right? I know we've got some bikers out there too. I got on a bike for like the first time in 40 years last summer. It's awesome. It was scary at first, but with practice, it got a little bit better. I'm still not super confident though. All right, so we all know how to do a bicycle. Hands right behind the head just for support. One leg extends as one bends. And we're gonna reach shoulder towards opposite knee. Now, I know a lot of people like to do their bicycles really frantically fast, but we're gonna slow it down a little bit. Once again, that is a way to make sure we're using muscle and not momentum, right? So don't be afraid to slow it down. When you're on a real bike, you have my full permission to go as fast as you want. But for now, we're taking it slow. So aiming shoulder toward opposite knee, elbows stay back. We've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Come to center, head down on the ground. Hug your knees in. Giving ourselves a nice hug here for making it through this workout. I would give you a star just for showing up, right? The hardest part is just getting started. So we are here. All right. Hands down by your sides, push up to a seated position, and we'll keep stretching a little bit. We're going to straighten one leg and bend the other, and gently twist toward the bent leg side. So we're continuing to stretch out our back here a little bit. Good. Come forward. We're going to take the knee that's bent, cross it over the bottom leg, and then scoot that heel in a little bit. So this is going to feel wonderful on that hip. All the squats and lunges we did worked that muscle quite a bit. All right, let's switch sides. So we're going to keep that opposite knee bent, sitting tall, little twist. Go and face forward. We'll cross that foot over the opposite thigh and scoot that heel in a little bit. You may feel like my dog Xena today after that workout, right? If so, you're welcome to take a nap too. All right. From here, let's stretch our inner thighs. Soles of the feet together. Bring them in nice and close and come forward. Sit up nice and tall, hands behind, pull that chest through. Great way to stretch the chest and the fronts of the shoulders. And this is awesome for posture too. So just even on days that you don't work out, try to incorporate some type of this stretch, whether you're seated or standing. Just open up. Good. Come to a neutral spine. Give everything a quick shake out. Oh, awesome job. I know you worked hard at home. I hope you enjoyed playing around with those different sports. It's so fun to get out and actually do those sports for real. So if you have the opportunity, go for it. Otherwise, just do this video over and over again. So thank you so much for joining me. Stay fit, stay